Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Eric Forrester informed Donna Logan that everything was set after concluding a conversation with the caterers. Donna was still apprehensive about this Insta party, but Eric was positive it was just what the doctor prescribed. Happy with Eric's health reports, Zend Forrester Dominguez discovered that Eric was determined not to lose any more time that might be spent rejoicing with his lovely Donna. Before Katie Logan joined them at Forrester Creations, Ridge Forrester informed Carter Walton that Eric's therapy was progressing. Ridge said that there was no way to convince Eric that it would not take place tonight, as Brooke Logan was also present for some party chat. Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, and R.G. Forrester made jokes at the design office about how they should get an award for forcing themselves to leave their idyllic beach house bubble. Although Luna was happy that she had waited for her true love, she was a little worried about Poppy Nozawa's reaction to her first ever all-night party. Later on, when Luna spoke to Poppy by herself, Poppy believed Luna had been with R.J. and was happy to see how much Luna cared for him. Luna affirmed that she spent the most amazing night with R.J. and described how he elevated the experience. Poppy was overjoyed to see Luna because she had accomplished her internship on her own and fallen in love in the process. On Tuesday's B&B episode, Eric was overjoyed to see R.J., Zend, Ridge, and Carter at the Forrester home once more. From what Eric could tell, they were all Forrester males, since Carter was a card-carrying club member. After Eric moved aside for a private conversation with Ridge and Carter, Zend admitted that his relationship with RJ had been tight lately. But Zend wanted RJ to know that RJ was fortunate to have Luna in his life and that she was an amazing lady. RJ acknowledged his good fortune and declared that he would never let Luna leave. Zend was pleased to hear that RJ regarded both Zend as a designer and as his cousin. It appeared as though Zend and RJ's tension was finally beginning to lessen. Eric declared he would not wait for this celebration to continue and that he was going to carpe diem every day from that point on. Eric was grateful for his loved one's unwavering support and eager to start over in his life. Donna admitted to Brooke and Katie that she couldn't help but worry about Eric and the potential for a setback in other places. Donna reaffirmed that Eric had been her true love and shared some amorous recollections. Donna went on to say that she would do anything for her honey bear and that all she wanted was to spend as much time as possible with him. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Donna is going to get a major surprise during the party Eric is throwing, so check in to see what surprise Eric has in store for her. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, February 5th, indicate that Eric Forrester was uneasy when he declined Donna Logan's lunch offer. When Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan arrived to offer support, Eric suspected there were spies since John Finnegan was en route to provide updates on his long-term prognosis. Finn acknowledged that Eric's marks were exactly on target when he got there. Eric's condition was far better than his medical team could have imagined. Ridge, Brooke, Donna, and Eric were ecstatic to hear the news. Nonetheless, Eric was prompted by Finn to pledge to continue being diligent in maintaining his recuperation. After Finn left, Eric persuaded Donna and the others to join him in celebrating with a party tonight. Eric chose to call his grandson because he wanted R.J. Forrester to be present. On Monday's B&B episode, Luna Nozawa informed RJ that last night was all she could have ever asked for and planted a kiss on his forehead at the beach home. RJ reassured Luna that morning breath wouldn't be a turn-off and offered to prepare her an omelette. Eventually, Eric's conversation ended and RJ took over to learn about Eric's favorable health report. Along with sharing his party preparations, Eric also requested that Luna attend. Eric told RJ not to let Luna leave because he loved her. Luna was shocked to hear Eric invite her because RJ cut the connection and told her all about the chat. RJ claimed that after praising Luna's intelligence and attractiveness, Eric had given him some really insightful advice and had hinted at keeping Luna around. After expressing their love for one another, RJ and Luna shared a kiss and locked gaze. Eric insisted that this celebration happened today, not in a week or two, back at the Forrester mansion. Eric was determined to live his life and do the best he could, even though he wasn't sure he would ever be at 100% again. Eric promised never to take his love for granted once Ridge reminded him of it. Eric continued by saying that the experience he had transformed his life and that he now felt at home on the other side. Ridge appeared to be a little uncomfortable by his father's remarks, since Eric now wanted to carry that love and tranquility throughout the rest of his life. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge could still be concerned about keeping Eric from making a paradisal departure, so watch the CBS serial opera. According to teasers for Bold and the Beautiful, Hope Logan and Thomas Forrester will struggle more to stay together the more Brooke Logan and other doubters attempt to pull them apart. It's evident that whenever someone like Brooke attempts to break Hope's bond with Thomas, her rebellious side emerges. Hope is determined to make decisions for herself, therefore that means Hope and Thomas stand an excellent chance of making it to the altar. But Xander Avant isn't done pursuing Thomas for the harm he caused to Emma Barber. Xander believes that Hope shouldn't be with someone who has committed such heinous acts, and he still holds Thomas accountable for Emma's passing. Hope thinks Thomas has changed, but Xander doesn't think Thomas has really renounced his evil ways. In light of that, Xander could eventually start ruining weddings. Xander would undoubtedly cause additional trouble before the wedding, but he would also make for an excellent source of drama during Thomas and Hope's real weddings. Will Xander interrupt the ceremony and start a riot? A lot of B&B weddings have major problems. Perhaps in a last-ditch attempt, Xander will try to prevent Hope from being married to a guy he views as a monster. Maybe Xander can make a big spectacle by hurling accusations in front of all the other visitors. Would Hope give up, or would Thomas in any case? Could Xander say anything to convince Hope otherwise, given that Thomas had already told her the truth about what happened that night? If Xander loses control at the ceremony and maybe does anything to hurt Thomas physically, B&B might take a more surprising turn. Xander could be prepared to go that far if he gets fixated on the concept of obtaining justice for Emma. Xander may even persuade himself that by eliminating Thomas and the threat he presents, the world would be better off. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that Xander will eventually revise his plan and break bad news to Thomas, regardless of how this all turns out. B&B could go in a more shocking direction if Xander loses control and perhaps does something to physically harm Thomas at the ceremony. If Xander becomes consumed by the idea of getting justice for Emma, he might be willing to go that far. Xander might even convince himself that he'd be doing the world favor by getting rid of Thomas and the threat he poses. Xander might make a last-ditch effort to stop Hope from marrying a man that he considers a monster. Perhaps Xander could hurl accusations in front of all the other guests and create a huge scene. Would Hope pump the brakes or marry Thomas anyway? Thomas already came clean to Hope about that night, so could Xander say anything that would change her mind at this point? No matter how this plays out, the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Xander will make some updates to his strategy and lead to terrible news for Thomas sooner or later. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.